Georgia Rose from Zenkuda. Welcome to our Thursday night and welcome to Soul Space. So I hope you're all having a really great week. I'm just going to give us a few minutes to wait to see if everybody can come on and say hi. Going to give you guys a few minutes to log on. Tonight we're going to do some cards. We're going to talk a little bit about some astrology, and we're going to have you guys all comment live in the show. Anything that is above the five senses and you want to talk about, that's what we're going to do. So let's see who's on. Show didn't cycle on yet. It's usually like a 60-second delay, so you got my face on camera for a little while. And here we are. See my show now. To wait to see everybody can come on and say hi. So now you see the delay. So I hope everybody's having a good week. I got Marianne on here. Hi, Marianne. Hi, David. Got a few other people on. And just want to say hi to everybody. So as you know, I got to share the show because I don't have my engineer Sally around. So we're going to do that. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear your comments, and you can comment live and just let me know how your week's going. I actually posted something today about karma. So I want to talk about that a little bit. And Saturn is getting ready to go direct, so that's going to make us a little, some lessons are going to come home to roost, I think. That's what that's all about. So tune in, share the show if you would. That'd be great. And I'm going to come back on here to Govs, see who else is on so far tonight as the show warms up and we get ready. And if you're out there, just say hi so I know who's up. Hi, Janine. How are you doing? So today I posted something about karma and Saturn. And I wanted to just take a few minutes, to talk about that. This is a really critical week for us. Actually, between now and the end of the year is a really critical time. Mostly karmic critical. So we've all, hi Tim, how are you? So we've all had 2020 teaching us lessons and all kinds of stuff that, my hair doesn't look very good on camera tonight. Just kidding. We have had a lot of lessons that 2020 has taught us, right? How to do without things, restrictions, all kinds of limitations, all of these things happening. And we know that's happening because in January in the sky we had Pluto and Saturn all coming together. But there's a bigger picture here. And what we're going to start feeling between now and the end of the year is all of these things that have been happening, whatever the theme has been for you this past year, that's all going to start coming to a head now. And the energy builds and builds. Hi, Sarah. The energy has been building and building. And now the most critical time of 2020 is upon us. And that's from now until the end of the year. Saturn's moving out of where it was when it was in alignment with Jupiter and Pluto. And before it goes into its next sign, which is Aquarius, it really wants to make sure we get it and we get the lesson. So it's really important for us now to live our own karma. What does that mean? Well, you see a lot of things and you hear a lot of things about people who'll say, oh, that doesn't serve me, or, oh, I'm just going to turn my back on this person, they're done, whatever. And that's really okay if that person or that situation or whatever really needs to be done with you. But at the same time, what we're really supposed to do is learn from whatever that experience is. And I think 2020 for a lot of us has been a year where we've swept the porch clean and we've really kind of evaluated the things we value and the things we don't value. But I think we also need to evaluate where we get caught up in the trap of starting to live other people's karma. And sometimes that happens in a really insidious way where we don't even notice it. It could be that we become a caretaker for someone who maybe is in addiction or has a limitation that they don't do anything about, that they just keep in this circuitous type of environment where their limitation or their addiction or something that is a fault that they refuse to grow from just keeps taking over their life. And no matter how much you care for that person, or you're a caretaker or a compassionate person or a friend to that person, they just never improve and never grow and never move away from that spot. They're just stuck. And we'll become stuck with them. And now we're living their karma instead of living our own karma. And when that happens, we don't realize the damage that we're doing to ourselves in our own life. We may realize it in the three-dimensional world, and maybe we're tired, or we're cranky, or we're disgusted, or we're fed up. But we don't realize it in the bigger picture, in the ethereal world, in the world above our five senses, that we're causing damage to our soul because we're not living the path it was born to do in this lifetime. We're living someone else's karma. I call that getting in their boat. And I think sometimes we think we have to be like someone in order to be like them, to be liked or to be loved. And so we associate getting in the boat and helping them with having that connection, that companionship, that love. And that's really something coming from within us that we need to solve and we need to satisfy. Because what I think we find ourselves, especially this year, is we're jumping in other people's boats that maybe really don't apply to us. It's habit forming though. You know, maybe you have a friend who's in a financial situation that's not good, and you're really not. But every time they come over and tell you about how broke they are, you're like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. I had trouble paying this. And you think you're empathizing or sympathizing with them, but you're telling the universe that you have the same issue or you have the same outlook. Well, you're going to get more of that energy. And before long, now you can't pay your bills or you're struggling financially and you can't figure out why. And it's because you've surrounded yourself with that energy and taken on that karma. So that's why it's really important now and until the end of the year, especially as Saturn teaches us these lessons of limitation, of authority, of structure, that we really pay attention and take our responsibility for what Saturn has been trying to teach us. And it could be anything, but make sure and really think about, am I living my own karma or is this someone else's? Sometimes we take on our parents' karma. You know, sometimes we have a parent who's bitter or depressed or angry, and we grow up that way, and it's not our stuff. So I was recently cleaning out a space of a friend, and I was bringing a lot of things to the curb, and this friend had lived in a portion of my home, and he passed away. And as I was bringing all this stuff out, and I was commiserating with a mentor of mine, I said, yeah, it's really, I had to clean up this mess, and blah, blah, blah. And my friend said, well, isn't it wonderful that you're getting rid of the things that don't belong to you? Isn't that a metaphor? And so that's where we're at. For the rest of 2020, it's really important that we understand that we have to really make sure we're living our karma and we're not living someone else's. And really make sure we're taking responsibility for the things that Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto have been trying to tell us. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Monica. Hi, Joanne. Sarah, Tim, David. I got Janine, Marianne. I hope you're all having a good night. Have you noticed the energy's kind of slowed down a little bit? I find that out in the world when we go out to stores and shopping and things like that, things have kind of calmed down. I think we're really in the autumn right now. We did have the equinox. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that karma and make sure that you understand that this is really, really about living your own karma. And that's what 2020 is really teaching us, because it wants to put us in our future. And this energy is very future oriented. And it wants us to take responsibility for the things that Saturn has been showing us we need to be responsible for. I had a very large Saturn transit in my life a few years ago, and it taught me so much. Painful as hell, but taught me so much. And one of my takeaways was not confusing security with restriction. That's also a way that we don't deal with our own karma and we live someone else's. Maybe you're in a relationship that you think is your security and you can't live without that person. You can't be financially independent without that person, or you can't be emotionally independent without that person. You're confusing a restriction with a security. You think that person is your security, your safe place, when in actuality, if you really look at it, it's probably a restriction of some kind. It's not allowing you to be fully who you are meant to be because you're living in fear that that person is your safe place. So that's really a way that we don't live our own karma. We're distracting ourselves by living through someone else and making them responsible for our security, which we should be responsible for. Another lesson karma might teach us is about finances. If Saturn has been transiting your second house, that is where Saturn is going to show you about where you indulge and take things for granted, and it's going to really limit your resources in order to make you more appreciative of it. So that's how Saturn works. So by the end of a Saturn transit in the second house of what the things that you value, your money house, you're probably going to emerge a more conservative person with money and really appreciate the things in life that you used to indulge in because maybe Saturn restricted them for a while. So that's kind of how Saturn works. It takes away that which we think is our core, our essence, our existence, when in actuality it's our limitation, our restriction, holding us back from really being the beautiful creature we can be. So Janine, that is great that you've been in your own boat and focused on your stuff. That is so what 2020 wanted from us all. And I really believe that if you continue that, the rewards will come. I'm feeling like not only does this energy really make us step into our own karma and take responsibility for who we are, it also shines a light on our purpose. If we really look closely, begin to meditate, really spend time with ourselves, you're going to find an answer for a lot of the questions that you've had. You're going to find that you start to really feel where your direction is and where your life purpose is, because 2021 is really meant to bring us to that place. So there's so many different ways that we insidiously live a life and we think we're living a good life, when in actuality it's not our life. We might be living our parents' perceptions, our conditioning from other things. Religious conditionings also play a part in us not living our own karma. Maybe we're going through rituals and habit that really aren't our belief system. So there's so many things. And so Saturn really came in this year to kind of blow that apart. And whatever it is that you were clinging to, Saturn's going to blow that apart. I remember during the height of the pandemic when none of us could really go anywhere except the grocery store, talking to a friend of mine. And she's somebody who's usually out and about and very vivacious. And I said, well, how are you doing with this? You're really stuck in the house. And she said, there's claw marks on the molding. And so I said, oh, that's okay. There's claw marks on everything I ever had to let go of in my life. So that's what Saturn does. It makes it really hard for us to resist and let go. But the more we can do it, the more we're doing what Saturn really wants and expects from us. So don't put your head in the sand. Don't try and keep the status quo. Make the changes that you have to make, especially now. This is the last shot we're going to get towards the end of 2020 before the cosmos really change the energy. So you want to be prepared for 2021 and really strong in who you are and in your own karma. Right now, things are tense. This is the last go-round that we have perfecting a aspect that's been going back and forth all year. So building up until the next 5 days in the weekend before Saturn goes direct, which is Tuesday. You're going to feel intense energy, especially this weekend when the moon is passing that Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. So we've got maybe a tense weekend coming up, but I think that you guys can handle it. You're warriors. And seeking their approval still, perhaps. That is so right, Kristen. You're living through someone else's eyes when you should be living through these eyes. One of the things I wrote on my Facebook page today, if you go on Georgia Rose, is all about, this and really finding your own star and following your own dream and living your own karma. And one of the things I wrote about is this culture we have of kicking people to the curb, oh, they're not good for me, they're toxic, they're not serving me, I'm just going to turn my back on this person, I had to kick someone to the curb. Well, that's all well and good, but when you do that and you're still fixated on the fact that you did it and what it did to them, like I showed them, all that stuff, when you do it with those emotions, you're still living their karma. When you do it quietly and you don't really care about how it goes, you have compassion for that person and you send love and you quietly place the garbage at the curb instead of like slamming it to the curb and telling everybody about it, then you're living your karma because you're not allowing all of the influences of externals to come into your own being. So that's kind of what that's about. A lot of people are challenged this week, David, so don't feel like it's just you. A lot of people are challenged. This energy will build up until the end of the year. We're also going to see some more volatility and things like that. But I do think that being that the sun is now in Libra, that you're going to find that we are a little bit more balanced. Our thoughts are a little bit more balanced. Now when things happen, we're not in them so much. We don't have to make them right so much. We're allowing the balance to flow. We're allowing the observing to come through. We're allowing some neutrality. And we're also allowing ourselves to see the other side of things a little bit more. So I hope that calms down things in the world a little bit, but I don't think it will. So the first thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to pick a Circle of Light card for the general energy that's happening right now and see what Spirit has to teach us. These cards are my Circle of Light cards. These are cards that I created and published. You can get them on zenkuda.com under services, and you can buy the products. They come with a crystal. They're beautiful, beautiful cards. They come with a crystal that you are meant to put the cards in a circle as 22 cards. Spin the crystal. That's your card for the day. And there are 22 cards, Circle of Light. 22 is a master number. And they're just beautiful, beautiful cards. I love touching them and feeling them. They're really pretty. So, Sarah, a lot of people are finding the intense changes in the last 6 months. Hi, Elaine. Because that's really when things started to really heat up with this conjunction that we've had with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter over the last 6 months. Mars also went into Aries in June. It's going to stay there till the end of the year. It's retrograding. Mercury is going to go retrograde again. So you're going to see that the energy is going to be, kind of cranky. The energy is really, the universe is knocking at our door. The universe is really saying, hey, what are we trying to show you? You better look up. You better see the responsible place you're supposed to be. Take responsibility for what you're supposed to do. This is really a critical time for that karmically. If you're not doing that, if you're not seeing, we've all got people around us who are very blindsided and blind to things. It's going to get harsher. I hate to say that, but where we're at right now with the energy is the universe really wants us to learn our lessons. So, okay, so I'm going to pick a card from the Circle of Light for the general energy right now. All right. It gets dark so early, doesn't it? There we are. Ta-da! Magic of television. The color TV. Okay, so let me pick a card. This is for our general energy of the world tonight. Oh, and what were you just saying, Sarah? So the card is change, number 5, which is the number for change. And I'm going to put this so that you guys can see it. I guess maybe if I pull it back. I guess maybe I should dim the light while we're looking at the card. Oh, I dimmed the wrong light. Let me put this out. Now you can see the card better. There you go. So this is change, number 5. And it says change illuminates growth. And if you look at the picture that I actually took, most of these are original photographs, you can see the mountain in the distance and the sun coming down. And the reason why I chose this card for the change card is because if you look closely, you can see green grass and then the snow, and how appropriate it is that through the light of the world, through the light of God, the sun, the power, that we can create new growth even where it's frozen. So this is all about becoming unstuck. This is all about change that causes growth, change that results in growth. This is all about us taking responsibility to move our life forward. And I'm going to read the passage of what it says about change. I'm not sick. I have very bad allergies today, last week or so. Change. If you pick this card, it's likely you have changes going on in your life. Changes are divinely guided opportunities that unfold for us, not to us. Within these changes is a light that reveals your purpose. Change is meant to move you towards growth and enhance the intention of your life. Embrace any changes that occur by looking deeply to see the light within them. As the saying goes, every cloud has a silver lining. Look towards the light that is working behind the scenes for your highest good. Have faith in this higher power and manifest the silver lining that will lead you to brighter places. The light of the universe has you fully supported with wisdom and love. And that's what that card really amplifies, is the light of the universe, shining down love and creating green grass and new growth, even after, the snow. And so one of the things that that card also reminds me is that even when things are not well, not going great, try to look beyond them to the fact that something is being orchestrated for you. A lot of times when we have, challenges, we have a rough year, a rough time of it, many times it's because the universe has a bigger plan. There's something being orchestrated that we don't know about. We're just in the thick of it. We're in the weeds. And we have to never always remain faithful that the better time is coming. We just can't see it. And, as you get older, you realize that's so true, because you go through enough challenges to come out the other side that then you have more faith and you believe. I think for young people it's hard because they don't have a lot of history to go on that things have worked out. So always remember that there's a light at the tunnel, there's a silver lining. Especially, Kristen, I'm just going to send that out to you because we create our own karma. And if the year is awful, you can change that. What is happening in your life that you need to change? What is the universe showing you that you're resisting? Because usually when we have a lot of different things happen all at once, it's because we're not seeing something and we're resisting the change. So I'm going to pull some cards. We have about a half hour to do that. And I'm going to go back up to the top. And Marianne, if you're still with us, I'm going to start pulling some cards for you. If anybody has any questions they want to ask, comments, how you're feeling about the energy, what's your take on karma, astrology, psychic stuff, whatever you feel like you want to talk about, we're going to do. I'm going to call Sally this week and find out when I can come back into the studio. All right. But definitely take care of your karma, guys, because Jupiter's station going direct by Tuesday. And it could pack a wallop if you're not doing what the universe wants you to. Just saying. I don't like to threaten anybody, but could happen. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Okay, let's see what else is going on down here. Nikki, how are you? Okay, so got a lot of new people on tonight. That's great. If you like the show, please share it. I also try to do a live every couple of weeks on a Tuesday night. And if you want to join my Facebook page, Zenkuda, Georgia Rose. And also there is a YouTube channel where all my videos are. Have a lot of videos on YouTube. So I am going to pick a card for you, Janine. I'm going to go from the top. So this is for Marianne. First one is for Marianne. Okay. Marianne, do you have a Capricorn male around you? Okay, Marianne. I feel like you picked this card last week, but I don't think you did. This is definitely angels around you. This is also spirits from the other side coming in. I know you lost a husband, and I feel a male presence around you, an earth sign. It could be Capricorn. But I feel like you're getting messages. Like this is a symbolization to me of messages coming in with the light, the purple, and, angelic energy. And you're not listening, you're not receiving them. So I would definitely try to stay in quiet moments and allow it to come through. Just kind of relax, deep breathe, and allow, because there are messages there. And it's definitely a male Capricorn or Taurus maybe energy, male earth sign, because I'm getting the King of Pentacles. And to me, that's a male on the other side, earth sign. So there's definitely someone trying to come through for you to bring you messages and signs, and you don't always see it. You're not receiving properly. So allow that to come and to be receiving. David, I'm going to pick a card for you. I know you said you're having financial issues, so let me see if we can find out what's going on with your finances. I keep dropping cards tonight, and that just makes my stuff go. I'm in my home office tonight. Okay, David, money, money, money. I think it's going to be a little while before things get better. I see sadness. This looks like some of your money problems may have been caused because you overspent or you overindulged. So, when I see cups like that and this person, this is sadness. So I feel like maybe the money problem is because you spent too much or didn't think ahead and didn't really plan for the future. That's what I'm getting. Janine, I'm going to pick a card for you. Your husband was a fire sign, so this might not be husband. It may be definitely a male. Let me ask you a question. Was your husband, like, in your life, in your home life together, was he very much like, the king? Like, he was someone that was, I hate to use the word dominating, but he had a dominating presence. He was someone who took care of things, was really like the keeper of the castle, like the king would be. That's the energy I'm getting. If it's coming through to me as a Capricorn or earth sign male, he may have had an earth sign in his chart. But I feel like if it's not your husband, if you have a father that has passed who is an earth energy, then it's that type of energy. It's like a caretaking, an energy that, like, you didn't ever have to worry about anything. This was someone who always took care of things, especially in daily routine. All right, Marianne? So this card is for Janine. Janine, you got the Lovers. Now, usually when this card comes in, it means that you have a relationship that has interference. This angelic being here between the two lovers is Archangel Gabriel. And so what it usually means is that someone is either interfering in a relationship or butting in somewhere they don't belong, something like that. So it could very well be that someone is interested in you and someone is telling them not to show that interest. All right? Because I would look around, see what's in your peripheral, because there's definitely something going on that wants to come in that has some outside interference. So, Tim, I know you are a new viewer. I'm going to pick a card for you. Thank you for saying that. That's sweet. I'm actually going to pick a soul card for Tim. Oops. Wow, Tim, this card represents unity for me. And this is like you finding your tribe. It's like you feeling peaceful in unity with the community. Maybe it's the Zenkuda community that you found tonight. But this is definitely unity, world peace, that kind of thing. Look at the beautiful light that's surrounding the moon and the gathering. This is blessings from illumination, the moon, being illuminated by the moon, that kind of thing. I'm going to pick a second card because I want to know if this is illumination in the three-dimensional world or on the other side. They're telling me to pick a tarot card, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I feel like if you've been looking for connection, if you have been looking for that tribe, looking for connection, if you have not found it recently, you're going to find it very soon, because this is happening. Yeah, you have been going quiet. You've been spending time in repose, spending time in solitude, really trying to, do some deep inner thinking, and it's going to lead you to this illumination. It's going to lead you here. So keep doing what you're doing. If you've been spending time on your own or spending time more quietly, thinking about things more seriously, keep doing that, Tim, because it brings you to some really beautiful illumination and also brings you to some beautiful connections. Okay, Sarah, going to pick a card for you. Hey, Monica. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, did you get this card last week? I can't remember if it was you or somebody else. This is that beautiful angel that I always say is like being wrapped up in angelic energy, because this card could go either way, kind of. But I feel like this is, I always say this is like Archangel Michael or Shemuel to me. Shemuel. This is definitely our angel energy, that you're just wrapped in angelic energy. The angels are with you. And I shuffled these cards really good. So if you got this card last week, this is really angelic energy for you. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I feel like you've been meditating or really trying to connect in some way. Reading, I see you reading. So just know that this is really about you being really where you're supposed to be on your journey. This is really that you are surrounded by love. Look at the joy on the face of the person in this card. Just rapture almost. So this is really about embracing the journey, embracing what you're seeing in your meditations or when you're reading. I feel like you're reading a lot about perceptions and philosophy and New Age and things like that. So just take that with you, Sarah. I think you're on a really good path. Joanne, I'm going to pick a card for you. Okay, Joanne. Joanne, I feel like there's something you're not saying. This is, you've got to get it off your chest. Whatever's happening, you have to speak your mind simply stated and compassionately, because I feel like you really need to get this off your chest. There's something blocking throat chakra, something that you need to speak. You need to find your words. So definitely go for it. Especially this week, just go for it. You need to communicate it. I'm going to pick another card for you. Yeah, this is deep-rooted. Deep-rooted. This has been on your mind for a long time. This is something you've been carrying for a long time. Say it. Get rid of it. You need to speak your piece. Don't say it. Okay? That was Joanne. I think I lost my place. Yeah, I lost my comments. So I'm going to go back down again. Kristen, I don't think I did you yet. Here we go. Okay, yeah, there's too many comments. That's why I can't see everything. Let's see if I can do it this way. Nope, can't do it that way. All right, so I'm up to Pauline. I did Joanne. I was up to Joanne. Now I'm on Pauline. Okay, Pauline, this is for you. Ooh, Pauline, you got that superhero angel card. Look at that. I feel like you're so protected. This is Archangel Michael. Stars all around you, sweetie. If you have embarked on a new project, I feel like you're on a new path, new project. Keep going with it, because I feel like it's really good. You're very protected in this endeavor. So if there is something that's a new project for you, keep going with it. All right? That was for Pauline. Kristen, you are next. Let's see if we can give you some good news about your year, Kristen. I did Sarah. Okay. Did David. Kristen. Oh, wow. They're really speaking to me on this card, so I don't know why. Gotta pick it. Okay. Things are getting better for you, Kristen. This card is so pretty. It's bird of paradise to me. All right. If you look at it this way, it's coming out of their mouth. This is peace. Everything that's happening to you is happening for a reason. It's to bring you peace. And it's bringing you peace. I know you've had some really harsh lessons. And I know that you are, almost feel sometimes like you're at the end of your rope and you can't really handle anymore. But hold on, because all this is looking to clear and bring you peace. Look at the beautiful bird in this part of the card with the head, and then the one that comes in. This is birthing new. This is renewal, rebirth, rejuvenation. And all the blue in the card is emotion and rebirth. So allow the emotion to come up, flow through you, because our strength is in our emotions. So really, really take that with you, Kristen, because things are going to get better for you. I did David. Did I do Sarah? No. Did I? I think I did. Sarah got the angel, I believe. Elaine Giordano Risotto. That's a mouthful, right? Okay. Elaine. Elaine, I feel like you're, I always get happy energy from you, but tonight I have energy like somebody pushed your buttons. You're worried about something, or you're feeling, a little cranky about something. Somebody kind of pushed your buttons a little bit. Don't let that happen. You're a bright lady. You're a light in the world. Okay. Yeah, somebody's got you on fire, baby. Somebody's lit your fire. So give it up. Let it go. I feel like this is happening to show you something and improve something that you've been working on. So whatever the lesson is, just take it with you, sweetie, because you have so much light around you. You are so powerful. And remember that power of manifestation, that you're so powerful. Your thoughts become your life, right? You know that better than anybody. So allow this to just work through you. Let it pass. Let it flow. And come back to your beautiful self. All right? That's what I'm getting. I don't know if it's right or not, but I'm getting it. Aaron, I got to pick a card for you, my buddy from Texas. Going to pick a tarot card for Aaron. Aaron. Everybody say hi to Aaron from Texas. Aaron, you got the same card as Janine. You got the Lovers. So usually when I see this card, everyone says, oh, it's the Lovers. I'm going to get a love. No. Usually this card is interference in a relationship. So there's someone either around you right now that's interested in you and someone's trying to put a damper on it, or there is a current relationship that someone's interfering in. Doesn't necessarily have to be infidelity. It could be just a busybody mother-in-law or sister or brother or somebody that just comes between. This is the Archangel Gabriel. So go into meditation and ask him to give you clear messages. Archangel Gabriel was the angel who came down to the Blessed Mother, Virgin Mary, and told her she was going to give birth to the baby Jesus. So Gabriel is the harbinger and the messenger of clear messages. So you want to always pray to him when you're confused as well. Sometimes the Lover card in Tarot will come up when there's confusion in someone's life, but usually it's a card of interference. So just kind of spend a little more time in ritual, doing some meditation, things like that. Okay. Monica, gotta do you, my buddy. Okay, we're gonna do Monica and then Nikki. Okay. Yeah, David, I do Tuesday's show. I just can't do it every Tuesday because my work schedule is getting so demanding. I actually am going to try to change my podcast to Tuesday, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I got to look at what's going on in the studio. But this is for Nikki. I'm sorry, this is for Monica. Monica. Monica, do you have a dog around you right now? I see a dog. Monica, you're going to come on to happy times. Look at this. This is you being lighthearted and carefree. The universe is telling you that you need to do that. Rewards are going to come if you lighten up. Look at all the purple around this person, the violet. That's the highest frequency you could possibly have, and all the golden light. So definitely lighten up, dance around the kitchen, have some fun. You need fun in your life. All right? The universe wants you to just kick up your heels. All right? And the next one is Nikki. There you go, right? Do that, Monica. Nothing's worth dimming your light for. All right? Nikki, what do we got for you? Oh, Nikki, you are birthing a new life, a new way of being, a new perspectives. This is about allowing. You see the hands up? That means allow change to come. Don't be afraid. Nurture the new and release the old. If you look at the hands in the bottom, that is letting go. It's eliminating. It's leaving the body, and it's in the shape of a heart. So allow things to change. Allow yourself to let go of what is not good for you, ways that are no longer working. Trust the universe. Put your hands up and surrender to what it wants to give you. Look at that beautiful egg, the gift, the reward, the new birth, something new coming, the change, and surrounded by light as you do it all. So let go of the past. Let go of what's keeping you stuck. Embrace what's coming in the future and surrender to the now. Be present in the moment. All right? You got that, Nikki? I hope that helps. Okay, who else have I got down here? Gina, we're going to give you a card. Whoa, this one flew out of the deck, so I'm going to put that aside. Wow, both these cards are very similar, and I'll tell you why. There's something going on in your life, Gina, that you need to allow to grow. I feel like you're happy about this. It might be a new project or a new relationship that's going on, but you're not embracing it the way you need to. You need to really allow this to happen and know that you are absolutely okay no matter what happens. So this is the first card that came out. This is someone, if you can see on camera, this is someone actually praying, looking up. If you look at it this way, they're on their knees and they're actually worshiping this new idea, this new growth, this new birth, this new light. Okay, they're surrendering, if you look at the hands, and allowing the light to come in to bring the gift, whatever it's supposed to bring into their life. And then the second card I picked is this beautiful person that's turning into a tree, actually rooting themselves in the earth and allowing things to be abundant and grow. Look at the green leaves on the tree. So if you put these two together, this is about rebirth, new things, change coming. Whatever is going on in your life, Nikki, that's new and that you're a little fearful of, allow it to come. Embrace it, knowing that you will be okay no matter what happens. And don't be attached to the outcome. Just allow it to happen and be fully present in the experience. That's what the universe is showing you. It wants you to grow things forward. Live your own life, live your own karma, and allow your tree of life to grow. All right? Who else do we have on here after Gina? Michelle Denning. Yes, Michelle, I'm going to pick a card for you. Oh, I'm having a good day. A lot of work lately for both my earthbound life and my spiritual life. Just a lot of work. I work very hard, I guess. I don't know. It's time for me to not work so hard. Okay, Michelle, this is for you. Again, rooting in place. This is rooting, putting down roots. And different from the last card that we got, this is someone who's contemplating their roots. What makes you feel rooted and grounded? Do more of those things. If you look at the figure in this card, very contemplative, thinking about the future, looking ahead, looking to what will be, and allowing trust to come by rooting themselves in what has happened before, what is in the past, and knowing that it will sustain them. When we have a root system in our life, that carries us through the changes. So just take that with you, Michelle. Allow yourself to become rooted in the earth. If you can, walk with your feet on the ground, lay in the grass, and we call that grounding. Go outside, take your shoes and socks off and walk in the grass. You need to be grounded. This figure in this card is really grounded in their root system. And that doesn't necessarily mean grounding in the roots of the conditioning that you've had, but grounding in the roots that are authentically you and allowing that authenticity to come through and fill you up. I hope that helps you, Michelle, in whatever is going on in your life. RJ, I'm going to pick a card for you. And Donna's on. Hey, Donna, we're sending you love. Oh, so that's what it was. Elaine said she was with her grandkids today. I felt this frustrating energy, like somebody pushed your buttons, almost like, give me a glass of wine, You were like, like ripping your hair out. So that's pretty funny, really funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so who am I doing here? I'm doing RJ. And then we'll do Donna. So I'm on to RJ. And then I'm going to do Miss Beryl. Okay. RJ, I'm picking a tarot card for you. RJ, remember I gave a reading for RJ, and I remember I said to you that in the fall, by September, you were going to have a new relationship, and I saw you moving. But free will always comes in. So if your free will told you to move and you didn't do it, that's your fault. But shame on you. Just kidding. But this is the card of relationship. So this is meaning happy life, happy family. So there's somebody around you that you are definitely interested in having a relationship with, or if you're not aware of it, someone's coming in. So there's definitely something going on with relationship with you, RJ. Okay, now I'm going to do Donna. Busybody. Yeah. Pauline, I did pull a card for you. So go back and watch the tape, because I know I did. So, yeah, it was about, I can actually remember because Spirit just gave it to me. Something about a project that's going to be really good. So definitely watch back, okay? And this is for Donna. I want to pull a card for my Donna. Last week I got your dad so heavily coming in intensely. It was like really a lot. So let's see what happens tonight. Now I'm getting female energy around you. Did someone, maybe one of your Teal sisters, I don't know, but I feel like somebody just passed and they're really heavily on your mind. You've been getting signs. So this is pretty recent. Ace of Pentacles. This is new beginning. If you're worried about anything to do with the things that you value or finances, Donna, don't be. You have a whole new beginning coming. This is abundance. So don't worry about finances if that's the thing. I do feel a really feminine energy around. I'm getting a name, an S name. It feels like a Stacy name. I know you have had someone named Stacy that passed. I don't remember the circumstance. It was a while ago, though. Maybe it was around this time of year or something, because I feel this presence really coming in. I feel like I want to cry. This is someone that that passed. I think it was a Teal sister of yours, and coming in with like all this gratitude and pride, like can't believe how strong you are. A lot of pride in what you're doing, not even for yourself, but what you're doing out in the campaign in the world for Teal. So I don't know if there's something that you just recently did or put together, almost like remotely, but that's what I'm getting. So just know that this person is around you, spurring you on, giving you energy, rooting for you, loving energy. And I'm sorry, I just got a little lost because this energy is coming in really strong. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I feel like you share worries that she had with children, and she's saying don't be worried about that. She's definitely looking down at you. Wow. What is it with you, girl? Every time you come on the show, I get these like, whew. And this is just confirmation from me, this card, because it's like, someone looking down on you. This feels like a rose to me, and the violet all around. This is definitely someone, kind of looking down with gratitude, just, and praise for you. So please take that with you. Open your heart to this energy, Donna. It will be very comforting for you, almost as though she speaks to you. You shared so many of the same emotions and feelings. So I'm just really getting that very strong. So, and if there's anything that you're worried about the things that you value. You're worried, even money, but it's more than that. It's like the things that you value, heart-based. And this universe is saying, we have it covered. It's in the palm of our hand. All right. Whew. Okay. All right. Is everybody asking for cards? I'm just reading. Oh, really, Gina? That's interesting. Donna, I love you so much. I hope that resonated because that was very strong for me. Wine is good. Wine is very good. Okay, all the time. So maybe that's what that was. I don't know, but yeah, like very strong around you, and something to do with children, concern. Don't have that. She's like just embracing you. All right. So I don't know if anybody else has. Oh wow, the show went fast. I have like 4 minutes left. That was perfect timing. I'm feeling the need right now to send out, beautiful violet light to all of you. I feel there's a lot of people out there tonight that really, really need love, need compassion. I feel like we're all very wrapped up in the turmoil of the world right now and our own inner turmoil. And I feel like we just need to take a moment to love ourselves and, hug ourselves and do something nice for ourselves. And maybe whether that's making ourselves a nice meal or buying our own flowers or letting ourselves go play tennis. I don't know, anything, walking by the shore, going out for some wind therapy on a bike. But I feel like we all just need to take a moment before I close the show. And I'm sending out, want to surround you all in beautiful violet light all around everyone in the Zen Kuda community. Even those of you who may not be watching this live and might watch it later, just want to enwrap you all with this beautiful violet energy, the highest frequency of illumination that we can have, to encourage us, to bring us strength, courage, valor. Valor is so important these days and so easily neglected. And I just want to give that out to all of you, the energy to be able to triumph over whatever your challenge is and step into your own karma and live your life in an ideal way that you really wish. Before you go to sleep tonight, if everyone, when their head hits the pillow, instead of thinking about their troubles, could just envision their ideal life and the way you really want your life to be, and dream of that. And then in the morning when you wake up, initiate it and take a step, an action step, in order to really have that life. So I'm going to leave you all with that tonight, and I give you all, it was very deep for me, Donna. I give you all the light of the world and the light of whatever higher power you believe in, and just know that no matter what is going on around us, we can find calm from the storm inside, and that's our karma. So have a great night, everybody. You can find me on Zen Kuda on YouTube, Zen Kuda Official on Facebook. Of course, my Facebook pages, Georgia Rose, and of course Zen Kuda. And I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday at 6:30. And if you need a private reading, please do PM me or go on zenkuda.com to book. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you all next Thursday or even before. Good night.